And you know what's crazy about, not what's crazy, you know what's amusing about, going back to your awakening journey, finding out what sparked, what activated your awakening journey. In that decoding can tell you a lot about your path if you really know what you're doing, or if you really know what to analyze based off of. See, the very thing that sparked your activation, that's kickstarted your awakening. Maybe it is betrayal, maybe it is loss, it is a discovery that shook your whole being, and or broke open the cage, the ice cage that your soul or your true frequency was frozen inside. If you decode what it is, you'll find out that the poison is also the cure. What you think was your poison is also your cure. The very same thing that broke you open, right, is often those very same things that you came here to alchemize, you came here to transmute, and you came here to anchor codes in. Let's say your journey into awakening or into spirituality, what kickstarted your awakening was losing money in your business. You lost so much money, you invested a lot of things, a lot of money, a lot of time, effort, money into your business, and maybe it got stolen from you, or you lost it, or something along the line, right? That thing broke you, and that was the very same thing that made you go within, right? Most times, in fact, not even most times, all the time, what kickstarted your awakening journey is the very same thing you came here to master and to transmute codes into. So maybe you're here, or your soul is here. Your soul chose to use the business and the financial realm as entry code, as the entry point into your sacredness, into your inner divinity. And maybe you're here to learn or master finances, master the realm of finances, master the realm of business, master the realm of financial stability. And when you've reached a point of mastery by alchemizing your pain into wisdom, into sovereignty in the field, or in that field of business, then you now start sharing what you've learned, how you alchemized your struggles, how you alchemized your shadow, and now you came out sovereign. That's the divine mission. That is a direct example of your entry point being the very same thing that you came here to master. And let's say your own initiation into divinity or sacredness came through friendship betrayal. Maybe your friends, or you found out your friends betrayed you, right? And you might think that, oh, well, maybe I'm not meant to have friends in this lifetime. You might start isolating yourself, but no. That's the very same thing that you think is the bane of your existence, that you think is your poison. Your cure is also inside it. If you learn to refine it, right? See that experience as a cauldron, and you being the alchemist. If you know what you're doing, if you're able to decode, take your emotions out of it, not in a way that you become unfeeling or you don't process what you went through, but no, when you allow yourself to sit in that rubble, you analyze, decode what that your initiation is. Maybe it's betrayal, maybe it is loss, maybe it is rejection, maybe it is being ostracized, whatever it is that make your ego crumble, make you sit in that rubble, make you feel like, oh, maybe this is not meant for me. That very same thing often carries codes that you're meant to refine. Everything that happens to you in life is a form of instruction if you pay enough attention. So pay enough attention and you see that the very same thing that you think is the bane of your existence, maybe it's rejection, maybe it's abandonment, it's the call for alchemy, the call to activate. And when you allow yourself to activate, when you allow yourself to go through it, process it, alchemize it, master it, that is when you step into inner sovereignty, right? The people in my collective, the sovereign ones, your soul already carries codes of sovereignty. This sovereignty and these codes were born from lifetimes of refinement, times of mastery. So you already carry this divine code. But a lot of you volunteer to come here again. So all those things, they come locked. So it is through your refinement and alchemy process that your divine DNA code begins to unlock. When you see people who are walking their path and you feel envious and jealous, or it triggers something in you, right? Most times people don't consider what they've had to go through to be able to unlock those codes. That the very same codes that I send them, you also carry it inside of you too. But a lot of people don't want to go through the initiation or the awakening or the unlocking process because it is painful. But when you learn to sit in that rubble, to decode the very thing that you struggle with, you understand that that very same thing carries codes for you, carries codes of activation, carries codes of awakening. inside of you if you don't run away or if you don't write it off. It will become your map. So I'm saying all this to say that sit with yourself today. You're far along in the journey and you're trying to decode what your exact path is. Look at your life. Your life is a map. Your life experiences are maps. Everything that you've experienced or you've gone through, they are maps. So when you sit for yourself, you're able to see the decode, connect the dots, see the patterns, and say, oh, this was what ignited my divine awakening, divine intuition. I struggled with this for most of my life, but it made me see with myself. It made me go within. And when I went within, I started finding or learning who I truly am. I started on learning the programming and the lies. And now I've become sovereign over this thing. Right? What was the next step? Integration. Speak to yourself and decode your path. Your life experience, if you take that emotional part of you outside of it when you're doing the analysis and the decoding, you find out that there's been a map all along. You just need to follow the silver lining. Like the universe, your higher self has been leaving foot tracks for you to track, for you to sit with yourself and track, okay, I went like this, and this led me to this, and this led me to this, this led me to this. That is how you decode your path. But you don't take the stress out of it if you want to decode your awakening journey and find out what instruction was left for you as your entry point into divinity. Head over to the link in my bio. You can either book a Cosmic Alchemy Blueprint or you book a holistic alignment request. Don't forget to hit the plus button and subscribe to YouTube where we go in depth. Ciao.